I think since I'm 7, 8 years old, I knew I wanted to be a professional player, so now I'm kind of just living my dream. Yeah. So it all started with my dad. He's a tennis coach, so I actually don't have no memories of not being on the tennis court. It's just always been a part of my life, my family's life. I think from the age of 3, 4 years old, I was just on court with my dad. So I have great memories, growing up, being around the club, the courts. So it's always been a part of my life. And since then, I think my dad gave me his passion for tennis, and I just I kept going, and I kept believing that that was the good thing for me. I always say that I never thought of doing anything else, which is kind of odd to say or weird to say to other teenagers that I see and that are finding themselves not really knowing what they want to do. And for me, it was kind of special because since I'm 7, 8 years old, I knew what I wanted to do. I was never sure or never 100% sure. There was no guarantee that I would make it, obviously, but at the same time, I would never doubted myself that that's what I wanted to do. So I think since the day I decided that I wanted to do that as a career, I never looked back. So I think that was something that helped me a lot. It was very strong. Any setback, any losses, I kind of just put it aside because I knew I wanted to keep working, keep getting better. So I think that's something that helped me a lot. It's not easy. In my case, I was maybe pretty lucky to get good results when I was still young, 14, 15. It's not the same for every player, but I think for me it was just the expectations that were high, from myself and from the people around since I'm very young. So I think the tough part for me was to be maybe high in the rankings at 16, 17, and then a year like losing sometimes in challengers and in tournaments that I've won before, and not being able to do things that other persons my age were doing. I think that was kind of a challenge for me to stick to my path and focus on what I had to do. And when I did that, good things kept happening. It means everything. I think I'm a type of player that just leaves his soul on the court. I try to engage myself fully in what I'm doing every time I step on court. So I think whenever I'm there, I just try to leave it all. As my parents used to say, anything that you're doing, it's worth doing 100%. And if you're not doing it fully, then you might as well not do it. So I think that's really my mindset. Whenever I do something, step on court, I just try to do it as best as I can. So obviously tennis for me is everything. Yeah. Yeah, obviously, your heart rate gets faster. Sometimes it happens that, I don't know, before the serve, your hand is shaking a little bit. It's things that have happened to me. But I think the main thing that I've been able to do over the years is just being able to focus on what I have to do in my game. I think that's been the key for me, not focusing on anything else outside, not really focusing on the emotions coming, but really focus on playing and enjoying and staying in the game. I think that's been the key to me, to put the emotions aside. Yeah, it's funny to talk about legacy, even though I'm still 18, 19, starting my career, but people will just will get to know me over the years, and will probably know that I want to leave a good example for the generation after. I want to inspire good, kids to get interested into the sport, but further than that, just being a good citizen. I think about life in general. 3 main words for me are, respect, humility, and hard work. I think if you have that in you, if you put that in place every day, probably good things will happen.